maybe he can make it work.
So I have a question for you as we get in this first game. I'm wondering, is there anybody on the side of Mouse that buys an Orchid that maybe slows down this storm? Is there like would DK ever go for it? Is there anybody who wants maybe a silence to just kind of like, all right, you're locked down, you're done, we're killing you, Storm. We don't have the best lockdown for you, but I mean, we can see, right?
Well, I was kind of leading to that honestly with the clockwork talk. It, like if he has this flare, not talking about rocket flare, just like if he has
He's
this
zhuzhing it up a
attitude,
little bit.
yeah, if he wants to zhuzh it up a little bit, like he can go for an orchid. Just a little bit of zhuzh in the morning, you know.
I mean, yeah, 3 a.m. Zhuzh me up. I'm here for it.
Good to start the day.
It is, honestly, it's a good way to start the day. Mouz is one of those teams that's really exciting. Roar, just seeing them kind of come into this, it'll be interesting how they go. As I don't think their names are set to teams. So Clove, I believe, is Red Panda. Or no, is
Small Panda is red.
sorry. Yeah, I meant to say Cat Feces or Cat U. And Small Panda is definitely Red Panda. Former Team Elephant star, Red Panda. Don't forget it.
Never forget it.
Sorry, former scapegoat of Elephant's problems. If I had to be serious.
Whenever you see his images on any of the Wikipedia pages or any tournament pages, it's always the elephant jersey that he's still wearing, you know. But I mean that was probably the highest point of his career, and he was so new at that point as well. But he's getting there, you know. He's had some nice success afterwards as well. Didn't play in a studded team as that one for sure, though.
Red Panda taking a stun pretty early on. Now he's got Fire Spirits to throw over the Centaur, but that's not fun to eat that. And you got to be careful, especially before you've got that Icarus dive. Even when you've got that Icarus dive as Phoenix, right? Like, your life isn't easy against Battery Assault, Cogs, and a Hoof Stomp double.
It's all about positioning. You probably shouldn't be caught. You should die. But if they do get in touch with you, it is definitely possible that you won't be able to die out.
Already losing his career. Yamage getting that. I kind of agree with you. I'd like to see Yamage go for something like an Orchid. He's gone first item boots, has already eaten through all his tangos, however. As we're, looking here over mid, just kind of figuring out how that matchup's going to go. If the Storm's kind of going to get that jump ahead of Vision, his butterfly effect going to be able to pull it off.
Well, so far so good for him. The last hits are kind of even on the mid lane. All comes down to the rotation setting. Both position fours.
Right.
Like inside you have Talking together, you have Clockwork that you mentioned earlier. Like both of these heroes can do some very simple rotations that can get them kills, especially before Storm. If you start with boots, you're always creep skipping, you can just stray a little bit towards the mid lane. Probably around the 4-minute mark, and then definitely around the 6-minute mark.
You look at guys like Ryu and Butterfly Effect, and these are guys who are always have been looking for that big push into the tier 1 scene. And Roar's been competing a lot, so I'm kind of curious now with JT in the roster and a couple of guys who have some really big experience under their belts with JT, Red Panda, and even KU. If these guys can finally make a push, a win here over Mouz isn't exactly the biggest statement with them lacking their full roster, but it is still a statement against who they're up against. Yoki's still a joke, and neither is the rest of his roster. Who eats a double edge and gets bumped by those cogs, he's still not going to die. Gyro's going to be able to sustain himself. He's also bringing in some infused raindrops, some more tangos, and building towards his Falcon Blade.
Yeah, that's one problem when you're playing like Yamich is right now, or like Tov is on top of it. Like these two, at least doesn't just
get shards, goes into trouble. Blood grenade, these shards stay up for a while. They go to the tag team trying to get first blood, and JT, he will grab that first blood, I believe, on former teammate Ghost. I assume they've probably played together at some point.
Did you see what the difference was between the go on Gyro and the go on Doom? They waited go on VK, that is. They waited level 2 on their position 4. The Tusk gets it, and then it becomes a lot easier. While on bot lane, they went when Clockwork was still level 1. So you just couldn't get that kill. Unfortunately, sometimes it happens when you're 4, you're really skipping.
Yamish just wants this kill, and Fairy Fire trying to run, Dying Light doing some damage. Yamish actually taking some damage to the neutrals now. He had to be a little bit careful, but gets that kill onto Small, aka Red Panda.
It was a cool attempt to use the blood grenade. And remember that back in the day when you could seppuku with Soaring Pudge? It felt that way, like he's throwing the blood grenade so that the creeps can kill him. The last second, and maybe he gets a.
Lane, they already Shards in front of him once again. Tag team is there. Infernal Blade gets under the tower. The Shadow Word level 2, keeping him alive. Just unable to get the damage to kill off Kaori. And we've seen Kaori on this hero a lot. I feel like he's a big Warlock spammer when it comes to his pro games. And I swear I was casting with you when we just saw him drop down Golem whenever it was off cooldown to like push lanes.
I remember. I feel like that game might have been there could have been some kill.
I started from the beginning, so I don't know.
But he played really well. But like overall, he plays really well on.
But even at 1, and things staying relatively quiet. Mid 1, 32-9. He's up level 6. And by effect, he's coming back into the lane. He's not quite level 6 yet, and they've got a couple of supports over here. Maybe looking to put some damage onto this Horror Gaming roster, especially with this power rune about to spawn that Butterfly Effect's just not going to be over there for.
Yeah, he cannot. Like, at this point, you can scream all you want, help me secure the runes or whatever, but you just can't. This Slash is level 6. He's fully active. Storm Spirit literally couldn't do anything about the rune. He needs 6 at least. Now that he does have it, he can at least try and def it. Not sure if he can make any big plays into the Arcanes and Lash, but maybe with an extra rotation.
Not the rune you want to be fighting into early. Picks up his Soul Ring. This used to be an older build for Storm, right? Soul Ring pretty early on.
As well. About it.
Shards are decent, but not perfect. And they're not diving in. They're just going to deny this tower.
Good rotations by supports, right? On Dire, making sure that this tower falls very early, and maybe Lash could have contested. If it fell a bit earlier, maybe he could have even contested the Wisdom Shrine, but like this, it's a bit too late. Nice idea, though. You can see the move. It was premeditated. Like, he started moving top immediately.
We've caught some stacks in the big camp to take, and they see this ancient stack. They're also going to dive the tower, potentially. Scan did connect onto Kaori, and they throw the shards out. They'll throw the Doom as well. Stampede's used the turnaround onto Pat Yu, and he's going to try and snowball in, get some help from Ooh, who made the TP rotation up towards top. Doom's going to run out in a moment on Ghost, which means he can turn this around. They go and get the Dragon Tail. Ooh's in trouble. They'll lose themselves the Tusk, but finally get the kill on a Ghost. They will lose Red Panda in there as well, as Midland still has this Diabolic Edict going. Butterfly Effect comes in, Chaotic Offering from Kaori, and Butterfly Effect just has to leave. He cannot go for mid one. These cogs are a little bit brutal on him, but Butterfly Effect should be free to leave.
It was a nice attempt from the Storm Spirit, but Warlock already, of course, because of that little book of his and his little papers, he gets that level 6.
His diary.
Is that what it is? Is it the diary?
It's technically a grimoire, which is where you keep your spells in the whole magic world. I don't actually know completely. I know I pick them up in some, RPGs sometimes when I'm playing a mage. That's not all I know.
JT.
Yeah, they do, and they should be able to get this kill. They've got the Lightning Storm, and they will finish him off. JT unable to run. There's a level 3 Shadow Word on him, the Diabolic Edict. Now they've got this tower as well, and Mouz are just kind of overwhelming Roar in all 3 lanes, and this map is shrinking very quickly for them.
There's a huge difference in the mid lane right now, and I'm not talking about like mid diff when it comes to skill level of players. This Wolfine Raider is really making them work for the kill.
They're not even gonna get it. Oh god, that feels bad.
The stacks, by the way, as well.
Yeah. They saw these stacks when they came over to take that fight into the top tier 1, and when Roar was unable to go back to the lane when they lost the tower, they knew these stacks were free for them.
It's like a problem when you're playing Storm into Lesh as well, is like you get 6 lane.
They go for clock. Yamich in trouble. Most likely dead here. I mean, there are 3 heroes, nobody responding for the side of Mouz, and Butterfly Effect will get a stack in that galvanized and get a kill.
You can get these sort of pick-offs, but when it comes to any bigger engagements, you're much weaker right now as a Storm in teamfights. Lesh already has a blink, no TP, but he can't get there easily.
Mid Butterfly Effect has the Fatal Bonds on him, as well as
D as well now.
Shadow Word. They have a Blink Dagger on mid 1 and that amplified damage if they find just an inkling of where he's at.
I think they can even go bot now, right? Like
yeah,
go
they
for
can
the
go
gyro.
right for Ulu. Ulu's not going to have much help here, and they don't have hookshot. They're actually closing in on trying to get it.
I think he's solo. I think
But here he's
solo.
coming. Yeah, he definitely could. I mean, these infused raindrops aren't going to do anything to solo target. They'll try to go to the call down, but they've got the Stampede. Easy kill here for mid 1, getting that kill into Ulu.
Yeah, and you could see the Wild Wing Ripper is just trying to give him info. That was another play from Boom, like just following the path of Gyro, basically making sure that Lash can get on top of him. And now he goes to Twin Gate stop. Like, this is basically Lash 101. You're trying to get as many kills as possible.
Red Panda dead. Cogs bouncing around, and Yamich gets that kill with that first hook shot.
Nicely
This is
done.
a 5,000 net worth lead already. Like, this is... They have nowhere to go. They're getting choked out everywhere. They're in a burning firehouse, and the smoke is just making things tight. Everywhere you go, the room is filled with smoke, and you have nowhere to see, breathe, or farm. Just not finding any openings. JT, yeah, he's got drums, but you're basically just an ult in the moment. Ball Lightning with the Vortex. Chaotic Offering comes in and misses. They came in through behind. They've got the tag team. They've got the shards, and Kaori should die. That Shadow Word's not going to be enough. Fatal Bonds do connect 3 of these heroes, and mid 1 maybe thinking about jumping in. They are doing some decent damage. Icarus dive out, but they just can't make the jump forward. JT, he's got that Doom at the ready. And without the backup of this DK, it's a little bit risky to make the complete jump in. Although they do have Stampede in 4 seconds, so if Roars stick around, this could go south really quickly. And we'll break off this mid lane. Not bad for the side of Roar to at least get something.
Yeah, they gotta play around the Doom. I feel like already. They need this. And the problem is, like, you're playing Doom into a Centaur as well.
Hook shot connected. They don't have Chaotic Offering. They do have the Shadow Word. They have this Hellbear following. Ooh's got to find a place to leave, but he's not gonna get out. Stampede to catch up. They know he's there. Mid 1's in. He's got the damage as well, and it will be him who gets the kill.
They're smoking for top, and they did scan him. Well, this could be a good kill if they... There's no Stampede as well.
There's no Stampede, but the rest of the teams come through the Twin Gate. If they get this kill, it's got to be quick, because there's going to be a turnaround. Ghost surviving most of this. And Doom, he's going to be coming over. They get the kill on the Ghost. No, it's a neutral who gets it. They go the Supernova. And they can back away. And they reinitiate. Yamich has hookshot in 12 seconds. Kaori body blocking Red Panda. And now they've got the battery assault, the cogs, and the kill.
That's basically more or less what I expected from mid 1. And he's itemizing, by the way, for that extra catch that they need. It doesn't look like they need it, but they might need it eventually. So he's going for the ATOS after the blink. Sometimes you see the blink Kaya as well, which is also pretty damn good. But okay, the blink ATOS. Another smoke, by the way. So they want to bring this game back. And 14-minute rune.
They get mid one, it would be a big kill to get, but they just cannot catch him. Blink away.
Doom is on the other rune, though.
Ooh, just gonna deny it.
Couldn't risk it, right? Like, if he goes for that rune, he probably gets jumped by Storm.
Lost their shrine.
still up.
Yamich killed their shrine. Yamich looking for an angle here, but not going to throw that hook shot out. Just taking over the map. It's been stuck at 5K. But Roar, they're going to need a lot here to really start making progress on the way back. You can see it slowly ticking down.
Yeah, they have the Doom, right? Like this,
Yeah.
I mean, Doom and the Doom spell. This hero can recover, usually. And this hero also should be kind of on top at this point, and he might die here instead.
Stun lands, Dragon Tail's there, Ball Lightning, Butterfly Effect in. Kaori thinking about the Chaotic Offering, and again, it's going to be missing on Storm. It does technically connect on a JT. Hook shot to follow it up, and now they've got the Cogs. So it's Ghost here. This is a kill. Mid one gets behind him. Ghost is going to get credit for that, and they'll go for the tier 2 tower. They'll put some pressure on. Top lane, they want the Centaur call down used. Blade Mail popped, and they'll stampede away. The team's not reacting. They're going to take the tier 2 tower. They know that Boom is going to be fine.
It's just so damn difficult. Like, the difference is pretty damn big when it comes to killing anyone on the map. Right? Like, killing this Centaur is not an easy task. Killing the Dragonite might be a bit easier, but the Stampede can help him get away as well.
Mid one. It's that
Nice.
invis through installing.
Nice attempt with the Cogs, by the way. Mechanically, it was a cool play to try and push him from the rune, but no follow-up. They do have Atos now. Oh, he has to be careful mid. Hook shot in one.
Blink Atos would make his life pretty bad.
I think
Pretty
they
short.
can roll on him mid.
They're going to try for it. Rod of Atos, then they've got the stun hook shot just in case. And Butterfly Effect is dead.
I love, by the way, the small adjustment that they've made. Like, you remember we were talking about Tusk being really good with Lash? Well, when you get Atos on Lash, Clock can work as well, because you can set things up. Like, you're jumping in, you're the one initiating, and then there's like a follow-up hookshot if you need that extra control.
They didn't want to risk it. They didn't want to let Butterfly Effect get out. Meanwhile, Yamich, he's looking again. Hookshot's not the longest cooldown. It is only 60 seconds at level 1. That is the longest it's going to be throughout the game. Doom's going to be thrown onto this Lestrak, but they go to the Stampede. They're trying to get him away. He's right into the hands of Red Panda, but now Ghost coming over. Oh, Croakered! That's a problem. That's going to be a dead egg. They just can't get that egg to get away. And now the turnaround is available if they want it for this Mouz time. Hook shot in, lands on JT. No Cogs around him just yet. But over mid, they're looking for Ulu. They should be able to get the kill to the Gyrocopter. They've got the Cogs around him. They'll get that kill. Croaker did the work. Mid one ends up dead. Butterfly Effect gets that spree. But now the stun is on. Clove in trouble. Walrus Punch on a Ghost. He's out of the Elder Dragon form, and he is in some trouble. He needs some help. Boom getting run back by JT. They get a kill to the Tusk. Now Chaotic Offering. Ooh, with the Cogs. And they'll bring in the Ball Lightning to try to get the kill. He'll pop the Blade Mail. He's still alive. And Butterfly Effect will die to Yamich, who also kills JT. All they got was mid one after that whole exchange. It's a full wipe for Mouz. Roar just couldn't get anything more.
This fight was more than anything just mechanically getting outplayed, right? Like this Glimmer Cape as well from Warlock. Doing a lot of work. Nice hook.
Little hook shot to get away. Now there's the Rod of Atos. They have a stun to follow it up. You know he's got no snowball, which means he's got no life. Rough in all places. This game is not looking good as Ulu continues to get chased. The homing missile will eventually hit, but he can still continue on. Ball lightning and looking maybe to get that shot in before he's able to blink away and maybe pull a vortex. But they're coming down again. Mouz have just not let off the gas at all. Blink,
Phoenix.
Atos, dead. It is the combo that has been working. Yeah, 100%.
Full map control as well. These wards are very deep, like they can see all the moves. Like you have this very casual cliff ward, but you also have a ward down bottom in the river, which is scouting any sort of a movement out of their base down south. So it's kind of hard to play. It was hard to play with 5k deficit. With 12k it's almost impossible at this point in the game. Like 20 minutes in, 12k, it's quite a big lead.
I almost think that's an understatement, honestly. They're in on this Centaur, at least trying to be in, and maybe the one who's in and stuck is this Tusk. And just runs into the cogs, ends up dead. Yamich gets the kill. They'll look for Red Panda, but now he goes into the Supernova. We've got all these heroes to right-click the egg, and they'll finally pop it. They'll make an omelet. 2 heroes gone as they'll look for Boom, but the Rod of Atos, the stun on 3, mid-1! Oh, dear. Even Doom, though, he'll die. But Ulu and JT fall for that, and Ghost is on a killing spree.
They're searching for Storm. They know he's still around, but he should be able to get away, yep.
Yeah, nowhere for anybody to grab a shot there, but... Man, mid-1 with a 3-man stun.
Now, the 3-man stun was good, but it also killed him because of the Blade Mail on Doom. So, a lot of damage, right? Like the Blade Mail on Doom, the Axe on Gyro, so... Like, if they had these items a bit earlier, maybe the game would have been different. It's just not happening.
Dead Tusk. It's a bloodbath.
Yeah, hookshot is up.
Ooh.
Misses?
Okay. Question mark? Didn't look like it. They're gonna get this kill on his Red Panda. Oh god.
This kind of a game is doomed if you do, doomed if you don't. Like you don't really want to fight, but you kind of have to at the same time. But there's nowhere to farm, right? Like the map is, like you have Storm and Gyro. Storm can maybe get on the map, but for Gyro it's really damn difficult. Lash alone is capable of taking him down, so hard not to take engagements.
Yeah, you have to like cross a checkpoint basically to get to the other side of the map. If you're successful, you can farm a little bit, but if you're not, clearly you're getting caught.
They see Doom, by the way, and they'll see Gyro very soon as well. Bok has a hook in 4 seconds, straight onto the Gyro. Oh, misses.
Oh, weird angle. With the jetpack and everything.
If that hook connects, Gyro is most likely dead. I would say like 99% with Flash being around, but they didn't want to commit this way.
They'll find Kaori. And Kaori's worth a lot. Worth 1,000 gold.
Not too bad for position 5.
Yeah. I feel bad as a support player. I don't know about you. I always feel bad for my supports. On both teams. In on the Tusk. Supernova used. That will be shattered. They bought back. No Vortex. They'll try to get mid-1. The Snowball's there, too. They're looking for the damage.
Gyro.
Hook shot in. Gyro's in trouble. They get the kill on a mid-1. They'll lose Zulu for it. Doom is used on the Ghost. Boom's in the face of this Tusk who bought back. Jetpack trying to get away from Butterfly Effect, who doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. Doom's going to run out in a moment. JT is in the face of Boom, but Boom's quite tanky. Inferno Blade, Vortex back, but here comes Yamich. Breathe Fire, Icarus Dive hits the cog, Stun Rain. Now they go to the Snowball. They'll pull in a couple of these heroes. They'll look over as he's got the Shadow Word, Chaotic Offering, and the Fatal Bonds. Down goes all 3 who tried to chase Boom and get that kill.
It's just getting worse and worse. Double dive back. Yeah, on Small Panda, on Clav.
This is not a good feeling.
Yeah, and the Doom as well. Just gets used on Dragonite, right? He didn't even have to pump BKB through it. Like, he just moved back, reset, goes back in. You know what I think could actually be really good for Radiant Roar? Damn, actually, wow. Now I just noticed this. Okay, so Small Panda, Red Panda, he maxed out Dive on Phoenix. Like, Dive over Sunray in this kind of a game. I mean, maxing out Dive is completely normal. It's like the standard build. But you're playing into a DK and the Centaur and the Lash. In these kind of circumstances, you know, like if you could keep your distance, I would argue that this is a good game for the other facet as well. Nitpicking, of course, at this point, it doesn't really matter when you're 20k behind, but maybe if he gets a couple of extra levels and he gets Sunray maxed out, it could help. I'm not saying that's gonna be anything that wins them the game. Could help a bit.
It could, but I don't know if it. I don't know if it will. Oh my God! Yeah, you wanted a little zhuzh from Yamich. He's got the Ags after drums. It's not the Orchid we were looking for, but it is quite an item for him. And Ulu's just dead. There's nowhere for him to go. Ghost kind of still proving his worth, you know. And they will go again and look for Butterfly Effect.
It's just the Centaur, right? Like
yeah.
Alone he's just debating at this point, trying to force some response from them.
Even a little hey look at me, you know. Glyph used and has the upheaval with the extra attack speed. So Ghost is going to be hitting this tower pretty quickly. Links forward, looks for this Phoenix, has the extra stun from mid one, who's still holding on to this Aegis for another 3 minutes. That's going to be a tier 3 tower down, and Roar kind of on their last leg. If not already been on it.
Yeah, they can't even wait for that one item on Gyro, which is the BKB. Like, you'd like to get it, but they'll force all 3 sides at this point. Maybe they will wait for the DK form again, but honestly, like, they can just force it.
Yeah, they have the Aegis. There's nothing to wait on. They'll wait for this Glyph, but other than that, it feels like your towers aren't long for this world. And they started the upheaval, but they'll stop it back. And they've got this Ags on Centaur. They're actually going to TP the Leshrac to push that bottom lane. But they smoked up, kind of making the assumption, hey, we're going to go back in. But they smoke, spread out, and don't do that fake back that we've seen so many times in the recent history with teams doing.
Maybe the smoke was also them being very disciplined and careful. You know, like not to be caught as they're retreating.
Link in and hoof stop, Doom used, but they've got the cart. Chaotic Offering comes in onto a couple of these heroes. They're going to chase down JT. He doesn't have much to live for right now. One more shot and he's dead. Down goes Clove through Heroes Gone without buyback. And the Dragon Tail connects onto Ulu. He will fall. And that is going to be GG called Mouz. Just exterminate Roar. And they take the voice out of him as they get game number 1. And that is a very easy win for them.
This is truly the biggest difference of that. Of course, he can just crush any mid laner.
I'm looking at this Huskar and just wondering where the answers are for Roar and if they're just going to get run down pretty quickly again. Also, it's not a surprise because it's not that kind of game, but Victory Feast picked for the Mars, which is not usually... It is, you know, he's got 2 facets that are very situational, that are really good. I feel like he's one of the few heroes that has 2 very viable facets.
Yeah, he absolutely does. Like, you can go for one or the other, just completely depending on the game.
Yeah.
And both of them work really damn well. Like, if you need some, if they have too much save, like the Bloodsport is great. But the other one is always good, I feel like. It's just that, is Bloodsport better in a certain game, in a certain circumstance?
Bloodsport here would have protected you maybe from a late charge in a fight, but I think Victory Feast is certainly a good way to go in this game. as is tradition, when a Chinese carry plays a safe lane morphling, I have to wonder whether or not it's going to give us a Ame performance or a fly performance.
Or a fly, yeah. Yeah. I'll never forget fly playing morphling like 3 games in a row, losing, and then Emo taking it away from him and playing it mid and winning. It's rough.
God. It is a rough world sometimes, being a morphling. Not so much these days, I feel like. Pre-facets, it could have been worse.
Yeah. These days, the hero is definitely a bit different. You know, you play him in a different way. Have you seen any mid morphlings or offlane morphlings recently with the flow facet?
I think I played against the support morph in my pub recently. Or like maybe some offlane morph, if I recall correctly, and it did have flow. It was odd. I don't remember if we won that game. I can't quite.
You probably didn't
put the memory together.
If you can't remember, yeah, I'm not like super impressed with that facet. Speaking of facets, at the moment at least, it doesn't look that great. It used to be good for a little while, but just creep shenanigans happening on both sides, by the way.
Red Panda taking some damage. I did win that game, actually.
You did? Ah, you went and checked.
Boom. Getting run down, and this should be first blood and will be for Ulu.
Good start already.
Yeah, it was a mid-morphling in my game that went flow with Aether Lens Dagon. So they might have just griefed themselves, you know.
I mean, that's the build. Or it's either that or phylactery, like that kind of a build, more or less, is to be expected. What's happening in the lane so far? Mars probably the one suffering the most, seeing that he got killed. He didn't get any of the blast hits under the tier 2 as well.
Now, life not great for Mars so far, but a game in which, if what goes to my expectation, is a game that just Huskar takes over, right? And it's Mars can make up ground later.
Yeah, that's the question. Will he be able to take over? Because like their catch for Quap is not that massive as well. Maybe Queen of Pain can be the one hero that changes things, and not the Huskar. So far, Butterfly Effect is not having fun.
No.
The mid lane, at least.
Big issue is, though, as you get later and later, if mid one just jumps you and you have a couple levels of inner fire, like that silence is going to be a problem for this quad.
Absolutely, gotta be careful with the positioning. Then again, you've got Sonic Wave that's pure. You've got Timbersaw that has a lot of pure damage as well. You have ways of killing Huskar for sure. Like this is one of those absolutely free Huskar games. Charge
no, not
mid.
free at all. And there is a charge on mid one mid. TP's coming over. Scatterblast, little Shredder Snowball pulling him in, and the damage here onto Red Panda looks like it's going to be enough to get the kill. Spirit Breaker stopping that charge over, and that is a kill given over mid, which is never what you want to do in a Huskar style game.
And it's two things that Yamish did here. Not only does he TP and prevents the kill on Huskar, his ward is what allowed him to do that. Like a perfect ward in the Radiant jungle. Now, of course, he stacks as well. Just beautiful, beautiful everything from the Tusk. This Radiant ward, by the way, in the Radiant jungle is super necessary versus the Spirit Breaker, and you should always have it. Especially, if, of course, if the Spirit Breaker is a 4.
Right. From wherever he's charging from, you want that lane, that eye.
Yeah, yep.
Ooh. Playing very aggressive on this Mars. The thing that scares me is mid one is a level ahead of Butterfly Effect at the moment. They are charging him again, but they see him, so he backs up towards the tower. And like you said, with this ward, he gets so much information and he stops himself from getting ganked again.
Yeah, usually you want to kill off the Huskar before he gets that armor, at least once, slow it down. when you bring the numbers, usually you can get kills early, but they didn't get any. He's got 15 denies now. 30 lasted. Meanwhile, Quap 12 and 2. Yeah, it's already looking rough.
They're stacking all over the map. And this, if it all goes to Ghost, is going to make his life really happy. Just not seeing much of an answer right now to this Huskar, especially if he gets ahead. Quap's already forced back into the jungle, only at the beginning of level 5, mid one about to be level 6. So the experience difference is pretty massive.
Yeah, absolutely. With the amount of denies, that's basically a level of a level worth of denies on the Huskar. He gets the 6. The trick is though not to panic. You know, try not to panic a lot versus the Huskar. That's usually how it goes. But because you do have ways of dealing with him, you just need to get there on the Timber, on the Quap. You need levels.
More stacks being mid. Invisibility picked up by Butterfly Effect. They threw that blood grenade, not going to matter. They do have sentries, but hard to chase a hero like that when you lack the control and the vision. And Shard's looking for that ward on that cliff. Nothing there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yamich just moving around the map, doing his thing. Trying to find an opening, and this has left TA to just kind of farm bottom. Ghost is okay with this.
He's fine, but so is Timber. Gotta say, like Timber is doing a good job when it comes to. I mean, he's 3-0-2 build. No points in Timber's chain. Unnecessary in this lane. There is no catch for him. Nowhere for them to go on the Timber. And now that he's got level 6, I'd assume he goes into the stack taking very soon, or it's actually for the Quap, never mind. That's the way Butterfly Effect comes back in.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, you'll get his net worth. These stacks are just not going to be enough.
It's all about the 6. Like, he's not recovering being 30 lasted in deficit for sure or something, but just getting the level 6 activates. Like eventually you just gotta get it fast enough, especially when you're playing a Quap. Like you expect this hero to dominate the lane, not lose it this way.
Looks like Red Panda's just trying to bait them under the tower, and they weren't diving. They were smart about this. Knowing that Butterfly Effect could come back and assuming that he's going to be level 6. Yamich in some trouble. Charge in. Shadow Word thinking about the Sonic Wave. Not going to go and commit to it just yet, but these shards block out this Spirit Breaker for a second, and they've got the cookie to jump over.
They have a DD top as well if they can get...
Ooh,
it's a dangerous one to go for, yeah.
But maybe Snap had the ability to deny it.
It's just hard, right? Like you're playing versus Huskar versus Tusk. These heroes can get on top of you. And right now, I'm not even sure Sonic Wave is enough. It was earlier, but now with the Armlet and 10 Magic Stick charges, I think the tower is gone. Spirit Breaker is ready, though.
Fairy Fire just in case. They see him, and they have always seen this Spirit Breaker. Oscar's got the armlet. He feels very strong at the moment, and he's going to go for these stacks himself.
Yep.
1-1. Things are quiet. There's nothing to pressure too much. I think both teams are very complacent with where the game's at.
As we expected, right? Like, it's a very slow start once again. Warlock
should get this kill into Kaori. Nowhere for him to go, and that Whirling Death does a lot of damage. Stealing some stacks while he's at it.
I feel like JT is the as he should. Usually the stacks are made for the Timber. If you propel him to the Kaya earlier, like he can always have that mana and always be able to dish out some insane damage around the mid lane fights. But as Quap needed those stacks more, he's He'll have to find his own farm this game.
Oscar has 1 level in the inner fire, so he does have a silence to work with. And I'm just getting credit for that word and thinking about stepping up. There are 3 heroes here. TA bottom with Kaori. That courier comes in, JT. It's pretty tanky. Looking for the Kyle, like you said, wants a blink dagger after, and everybody just kind of staying still, not looking to pressure anybody too much. They found Kaori. He was in the jungle. They caught him out of position, but other than that, everything's just quiet.
Can you poke them a little bit? Do you have a stick?
I do, actually. I have a nice
Please,
walking stick. I could poke them.
do something.
Guys, it's 11 minutes in, you know?
There we go, mid, Yamage.
Charge snowball back towards the tower, and good shards. JT's whirling death in Chakram. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Sonic Wave gets used, but I don't...
Probably not necessary, but, you know, he's
Well,
been very
considering-
elusive. Yeah.
Considering he died before it, yeah, very not necessary. The Chakram didn't connect, and they weren't going to have whirling death to follow it up. No real way of getting more than that. I don't know.
Mars?
Interesting Sonic Wave.
This could be a kill as well.
Could be. Turns into the Mars and the charge and the
Oh, to the
spear
cliff.
goes into the arena. He's on this cliff, but now the snowball pulls him down. Well done by Yamage to play it like that. Timber Chain JT coming over. It's not a 14-minute rune. They're going to stop that TP towards top. They're going to give up this tower.
Yeah, they're gonna give up the tower, but TA is taking bot.
Yamage?
So
Uh-oh. He's dead. Very dead. He stuck around. I don't know why.
it's such a good Timber game already. Like he has more impact, I feel like, on the Timber than he had for the majority of the game on the Doom in the last match. They're rotating the Huskar in though, so maybe this is a go on the Timber.
It could be. Ghost just kind of hanging out. He's going for the Desolator. He's got the Falcon Blade,
Rush?
Dragon Lance. No, they certainly have a lineup that can get this done, right?
Yeah, for sure. Even the it's not necessarily a lineup. It's just one hero that can go in, right?
Yeah.
You have this Huskar
At all
on your
points through the
side.
game, you also have TA, right?
Well, they know though. No kisses for 35 seconds.
They can't get in here. They're going to be like a touch too late. Yeah. Chakram thrown over, not going to matter. Shards, they are on the mark, but you've got Cookie at all points. TA actually finds this Timber and has another trap to continue to slow him, but they want something else. Another strike, and the life break in. They get the kill onto the Spirit Breaker. Yamage will get that credit with the Walrus Punch knockout.
I'm kind of worried that we're entering the same stage of the game that we had in game number 1, where Mouz are just like too active too early on. Gotta say, because of the Timber, I think the game is a bit different. I think that JT can be that wall that stops all this aggression, even against an Aegis Huskar. But it's not easy.
What is Huskar afraid of at this point? Dagon finished for the Quap, who's very far behind. TA topped the net worth, no surprise going into the Desolator, like I said, and only 1,000 gold away from that. And free farming for the most part. They do see her, but Yamage is here. Kisses are used. They will have a snowball to pull him in if they want to go for it. Yamage has the snowball. Now the Sonic Wave comes in, but it was completely a whiff. They're going to TP out this Tusk. Ghost is going to end up trying to TP out.
Oh, he's
and
out.
He's gone too.
Yeah. I mean, Butterfly Effect is just not having a game. That looked like maybe a very simple go for them. They saw her. They had TA in their sights. The spell usage just wasn't correct.
No. It definitely wasn't. Arena used and committed onto Ulu. They have Chaotic Offering for when this is done. Spear and another one. That connects into the arena. They've got the Silence. Mid one's going to get the kill there onto this Morphling. And still 3 minutes with this Aegis. That means another tower. That means more control of the map. And Mouz, like you said, already doing what they did in the last game, this game. I say already, but it's a little bit slower paced.
It's definitely slower, right? Like 3K advantage last game, they had a bit more. And it truly still feels a bit easier for Roar to make plays. They just have to combine their spells properly. And right now, their biggest issue, I would say, is maybe not even the Huskar, but the Tusk. Like, this man has broken them apart every single time they try to make an active move. Any single kill go just gets completely destroyed by Snowball.
They've got this Desto flying out. This is a tier 1, now a tier 2 getting pressured.
Yep.
And an easy tower. Although Timber's coming over, maybe not so easy. Maybe Timber makes something happen. He'll go for Yamich, knowing that mid one's got an Aegis. They've also found themselves Clove. Mortimer's Kisses, Chaotic Offering. That should deter Butterfly Effect. Dory not even taking the damage needed to die just yet, but the Sonic Wave comes in. He's still alive! Oh, they don't get that kill either, and this can turn ugly. The Spear connects. It's out of the Timber Saw. They just pick up the Desolator on the Ghost. They'll go for Red Panda. The Shards block him in. The Walrus Punch is there, but Yamich finally dies. Down goes Small Panda, and down goes JT. Not worth the price of admission for just a Tusk.
Yeah, they see the Morphling as well. Yules is there for Mars.
Oh boy. And the Spear connects, the Life Break is in, and that is another kill for mid one, and another death for Ulu.
How unfortunate is it that you're standing exactly on top of the trap as that is happening? Just, that's where he was farming. They had a ward, of course, as well. They did scout him when he was on the left side of the trees, but they got baited by the Arcane Rune. Well, and she gets the Arcane Rune and she thought that maybe it's their time to go, but it's all just... They always miss that one little spell, like one extra damage, like the Warlock surviving with 50 HP.
Okay, worry, not bothered. Although maybe he'd like to die to get that Sister Shroud back. Yamich,
Love.
Snowball, and Boom's going to be coming through with the Yules and the Spear. That connects. Another kill here. God's Rebuke is what gets it.
You know what, like this offlaner could have been... It's a pretty good Mars game, but whatever was on offlane, as long as you buy Yules, you're gonna have impact this game. Like Yules into everyone on the other side, literally, is so good.
By the way, Ghost has 8 charges on this Desto. Already picked up the Blink Dagger to follow it up. Now you've got this Blink for the arena. So even more control, Blink, Spear, or Blink, Yule, Spear, everything at the ready here for Mars that's needed. Pressure in these lanes too.
It's a nice smoke, but he's 18 one.
Oh, for sure. Yules comes in, and they've got the shards. They go to the arena. It's a round on 2. They've got the victory feast if they could just get in here. Ghost goes in, they get a kill, and now Ulu coming through. They'll buy back on the Spirit Breaker. Chaotic Offering comes through. JT, what can you do? Mortimer's Kisses is doing some damage, but not enough, and they don't even commit to the charge. They know that it's just going to end up with a Spirit Breaker dying, and they smoke. They want to go for something. They'll look for the Snapfire. They'll finish off Smoke Panda. The Yules, it's on to the Morphling. Spear back towards the rest of his team. The Charm's going to come through into Boom. He's still alive and will stay that way as Ulu and Clove will die too. All 3 heroes don't have buyback, and this is just going awfully for the side of Roar.
Yeah, same like game number 1, basically. The lead was around 15-minute mark. It's 3K, and then in the next 5 minutes, it quadruples more or less. Straight onto the 12K, and now the high ground push is inevitable.
I don't know many ways that you do stop this. If you even attempt to stop this. You got one more fight left in you, but you lose that, and that's just it.
Yeah, once again, I feel like they need that extra item. Once again, everyone is online on the other side a little bit too early. Once again, I feel like they will fall back, and that's what they are doing at the moment. A lot of items in the store. Crit, I believe, is flying out to the TA as well.
You charge right at the Mars, but you know you're never going to get that off. Link duels. Spear is ready, and one shot, two shot in tandem, and they get another kill on Snapfire, who is so low in levels and net worth and everything, and only dead for 25 seconds. Oh, Spear connects with a shard. They will get that kill on a Clove. They'll look for Ulu. Where can you leave to? You wave form back, but it just, you're getting chased in your own base with no fear coming out from Mouz.
By the way, they smoked out and they saw the Timber. They wanted to go for him, but then they decided, why the hell? Why just not go in their base? Kill two heroes instead. Nice play by Ulu though. To morph into the TA, get those refractions meld as well.
Chakram, another strike attempt. Timber Chain in deep. Kisses and the charge across. Sonic Wave, decent damage, just not enough. Chaotic Offering, Fatal Bonds with a Walrus Punch now onto the Morphling. Wave forming back, and nothing of value was lost by Mouz.
And that's it. That's all you had. How do you fight without the Sonic Wave now, without the Kisses?
I don't really think you do. You lose Clove, you lose your buildings, and you lose this game in 24 minutes max. There's just nowhere that you're going to feel comfortable coming back into the game. 2 sets of racks down. They could go straight towards top if they choose to.
At this point, maybe even the Fountain, but okay, Timber does get a Yamich kill. That's one thing that this hero does well, like getting rid of strength heroes, strength cores is very simple for the Timber Saw.
And they can just back away, come back in a second. And they really haven't even left, right? They'll look for Ghost. This feels like a very ambitious chase. Roche is up if they want to go for it.
They probably will. They need a Manta. Tusk? Okay.
Oh, he's caught again.
It's a very long laughter from Klopp, but
yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, Tusk is up in 20 seconds. Not the end of the world for him. He's going for Yules too. They do smoke up without him. I feel like they can take a fight. Maybe it's not optimal right now to take it without him, but 70k advantage.
Blink Spear connects. One shot Ghost getting the kill. Red Panda will be back up in 30. These still aren't going for Roche. They're just staying back smoke, wanting Roar to try and contest. There's no need for them to force the issue, right?
Yeah, they can force the fight first. They can also go into the pit. They can do whatever the hell they want to at this point. That's how it feels.
They can do both at the same time. We saw mid one take the Roche himself while Ghost is farming. And now they'll get the Roar, but this isn't what we've seen in most recent history, where it's that Roar into a fake back out and go. They did commit in, but once that charge came through, they knew these heroes were nearby, and they're going to back out.
They have some nice ways of dealing damage into the pit on Roar Gaming, and I believe that's one of the reasons why they're not fully committing on Mouz. Like, you would have to play versus a Timber in the pit, you would have to play versus Kisses in the pit from Mortimer, from Snap, so it's probably easier for them to fight anywhere else, but Daedalus now on TA, Satanic soon on the Huskar.
It's easy Roche, right?
This point it should be.
They'll try to charge in, but it's just too late. Aegis picked up by
Arena.
Ghost. Blink in. Arena, well placed. Spear hits 2. Sonic Wave connects on a couple, but it doesn't matter. Full support's dead on the side of Roar. Only one has buyback.
The ping on the throne, not even on the rag stop.
Why spend the time? I say that.
Yeah, it seems like they will. And the supports are up very soon. They're gonna be up to defend the top lane as well. At least this one last fight will be with their full squad.
Spear again, connect.
Damn.
And he was there, and then he wasn't. Walrus Punch now hits, and Ooh is just dead. Never stood a chance. Triple kill here for Ghost. They maybe get a rampage if somebody soaks the damage from the fountain.
Oh, the blink back.
Oh boy. Snowball. And GG is called. Can he get a rampage? He's got an ultra kill. He's gonna
One
respawn.
more.
Boom's in there. Is the timing gonna work out? Can he get something on this? He looks for it. No.
He tried.
Oh, just doesn't quite have the time, but he dominated there, and so did the rest of Mouz. They take a very convincing, a very quick 2-0 over